On the show this week,
I get overexcited about a sticker. We check out the Casio PV1000. What's the difference between Psygnosis and Cyclops? I covet some keys.
Looking at my keys, stranger?
Forget how to use my shoulders. And rescue a panda from a swarm of bumblebees.
Oh yes, it is me, it is Jace at Retrogames! Hello, how are you? Happy Retrogames Day. It is Friday, yeah, got the Friday feeling. We're full of Friday feeling. Well, kind of Friday feeling. If you're watching this on Friday, I'm not actually here.
Hey, Willie.
Not actually here. I know you're seeing me. I know you can see me. I'm not actually here. I am actually out buying another huge, massive, ridiculously huge collection. Someone's life, like someone's work of their life, collecting their entire games collection. It's kind of what I do. Out and about buying people's collections. I only go out for the big ones, but this is a big one. It's going to keep us going, through the winter, I'm sure. So much stock at the moment. So much stock, so little time. So busy. We're always busy. But this week, one of the busiest weeks we've had for a long time. Not necessarily all about sales, just about sorting stuff out and moving stuff about and selling lots and seeing stuff and buying collections and pricing things. It's all non-stop. It's non-stop. But here I am on a Friday. I'm here on a Friday. I might be recording this on a Thursday. But that's the magic of YouTube. And thank you to everyone for all the lovely comments last week about hitting the 1,000 subs. We're over 1,050 now. It's picking up pace. We're getting there. It was really nice. Just such lovely warmth. And loads of old friends, Jabobbly Rob, Sean said some lovely things. Loads of you guys just gave me loads of love, and I loved it, and I sucked it all up, and that's what kept me going, and that's what got me through another busy week. Now, what have I been doing otherwise this week? Well, I've made a new advert for the site, not just for the channel, but for the site. And I thought I'd give you the first preview. This is the new advertisement I've been working on this week.
Welcome to Retrogames!
Hi, I'm Jace, and for 30 years I've been running the world's biggest retro game store.
We've got over 30,000 games on 123 different formats. Our website has been live since 1998.
That's older than Google.
Run for collectors by collectors. No eBay headaches, no auctions, just fair fixed prices, actual photos of the items for sale, and fast delivery worldwide.
Mega Drive and Sinclair Spectrum, Neo Geo and the PC Engine, Amstrad CPC and Mother B, C64 and the VIC-20, Vectrex, always worth the mention. Atari VCS deserves attention. PS1, PS2, Sega Dreamcast, we love you.
You don't have to be rich to collect games. Our prices start at just 50p. Top prices paid for your video games collection. And join me every Friday for the What's in the Box show, our weekly look at all the best new items to hit the Retro Games site. Retrogames.co.uk.
Yes, I do look like a git. You're right. I do anyway, don't I? So what's the difference? But the problem is I'm wedged in that little bit when I'm talking to camera. I'm wedged and my arms don't move very far apart. So I look like I'm some sort of crazy, I look like I'm wearing some sort of very tight vest. Which is fun. It's kind of what I was aiming for. Yeah, I'm the director. That's what I was aiming for. Get over yourselves. Now you might remember last episode I started it with a little TV thing. Space Invaders playing on TV and the little Retro Games absolutely got garbled in the upload. I don't know why, something to do with the effects. But it was all like just corruption on the screen. It looked like a pile of poo. It looked like a big pile of poo. But it's proper now. Hopefully it was at the beginning of this show again. I'm not going to do it every week. But hopefully it worked this time and it looked okay. Because it took me a lot of fiddling about on my computer to do that. Jace, you got anything more to say? Yes, I've got something very, very important to say. What's in the box? Yeah, what's in the box? That's why we're here. We're here every Friday talking about all my favourite things that have come in this week to the retrogames.co.uk website. Yeah. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you today is something I'm personally very excited about. Maybe you'll be less so. And it is this. It's big. It is big. It is this is the Philips CDI. You know, that console, full of edutainment. That's the last thing you want your mum and dad to get you for your games console. Oh, we've got you some fantastic edutainment. Well, you can stick that where the sun don't shine, mum. No, don't talk to your mum like that. I've told you. Don't talk to your mum like that. She doesn't like it. This game is Mad Dog McCree. Now, this was a coin-op. You might remember. I'm sure I can find a picture of the coin-op. Yes, American-themed Wild West shoot-'em-up.
Now, you'll be hard-pressed to find a bigger slice of cheese than this video game. It is playing through a video. I mean, it uses video. American Laser Games developed the game. And as you can see, it's glitchy, but it uses real film to present an arcade action game. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, he's like Colt Seavers. It's very hammy. Oh, here we go. No, too late, mother sucker. Yeah, but so you get lots of cutscenes. First person. I guess this really is a video game, isn't it? Definitely.
Be careful, that's Mad Dog's boys.
Okay, mate, we'll be careful. So, it's so hammy, lots of pauses.
Looking at my keys, stranger? You wouldn't be trying to get the sheriff out of jail now, would you? Chaco!
I'm intimidated, I really am. That's those little delays. That little delay while the CDI tries to keep up with what's on the screen. Oh, it's a shame. They could do this so much better now.
From the arcades, and it was one of the big smash hit killer app. Was it a killer app? There isn't many for CDI. Killer app for the CDI. And I'll just show you the big box there. You can see it's got this big, reminds me of Biff Tannen from you know, the third Back to the Future film, doesn't it? It's got that kind of Biff look about it. He's a big mean guy. It's a gun. It's a gun and a game for Philips CDI. I'll get it out, show you. There we go. So it's a blue gun. It's beautiful condition. There's the game. There's the gun. A light gun game for your Philips CDI. And yeah, okay. You're thinking, yeah, that's a good start, Jace. That's a good game. That is a nice, solid game. But there was something a bit special about this particular copy of it that came into stock not that long ago. And not from somewhere that I knew. Not from someone that has been dealing with me for years. But just as part of a general collection. And that is this. And I'm going to show you it on the corner here. That. Can you see that? That is a price label. That is a price label for £70. Small white paper label. But why are you so excited about that, Jace? That looks so hard to remove. It just looks like a hard to remove label. I'm excited about it because it's my writing. That is my label. Yes, this item must have been in the Retrogames shop. That is how the labels that we used in the shop. That is my writing, my dodgy pound sign. So this, in 1999 to 2001 is when the shop was running, would have been sold in the shop, and it just shows these games live forever because it's gone in full circulation. Here we are, 25 years later, and I've got it back. I've got it back, and I just think, oh, that is amazing. Something that I've been involved with, one of my early, you know, back in the early days, obviously bought this as part of a collection, put it out in the shop, everyone excited, also sold it in the shop, and here we are, 25 years later, I got it back. I got it back. All retro games are coming home eventually. I think that's the proof. Everything is going to come back to me. So if you see it on the show now, you might also see it on the show in 25 years' time. Moving on, Jace. Okay, well, we've been doing a lot of Atari ST lately, and we had some more lovely, tasty Atari ST. What about this? Bat. Now, I think we've covered Bat 1 before on the show. This is Bat 2. Bat SH1T. It's an adventure game. It's a highly rated adventure game. Ubisoft, it's French, it's got amazing graphics. it's a very, very lovely condition, this. Pretty rare. Let me show you the contents. Now, I do like to show you my dongle. There's not many games. What do you think? Dongles, games with dongles. A leaderboard. Isn't leaderboard on the Commodore 64 a little dongle that's annoying? You stick it in the joystick port. In this one, it goes in the serial port. It's for the Atari ST. It's a little hardware dongle. The ultimate security device, really. I can't focus. What's wrong with the camera? Focus, man. The ultimate security device. They're strange things, aren't they? And here we have the 2 manuals. I mean, it's an adventure game. You get it. And it's got, of course, the fold-out map. Oh, it's big. Do we want to fold this out? Yeah, fold it out. Oh no, it's not that big. It's not that big. It just folds out like this. I thought it was bigger than that. So my wife said, anyway. Don't be naughty, Jace. Don't be naughty. A couple of manuals. So my wife said, oh, stop it, Jay, stop it. No, I'm getting down the cul-de-sac, not down the saucy cul-de-sac. I do not want to be down the saucy cul-de-sac. Moving on, Jay, quickly when you can. What about this? It's Infocom legendary, mainly for adventure games and for lots of inserts and loads of crud with them. But this is more of a strategy game. This is a Westwood. You remember Westwood? Westwood, isn't it? Westwood. They invented a Command and Conquer series. That's a Westwood game. There's loads of others. Dune. They carried on. I think my brain's not thinking about the modern stuff, but Westwood I associate always with Command and Conquer. And this is a very, very early RTS type strategy game for the Atari ST. Beautiful condition on the Infocom label. And it's got lots of stuff. We've got a warranty card. I'll come back to that. We've got the insert. What's this? We've got a brochure. Infocom's new graphics will blow you out of the water. New graphics are going to blow us out of the water. The demonstration of the new graphics is someone's paint box version of a ship. Zork Zero. Have you ever seen Zork Zero? I don't think I've ever seen Zork Zero. Weird. Shogun. Journey there. Journey, that's rare. Battletech, which is the one this is out of. It's on the other side. Oh, one more. And that is a Quarterstaff. Did that come out on Atari ST? I think it's a PC thing, isn't it? I don't remember seeing that ever on Atari ST. But anyway, you know, I do get overexcited about folding things up properly. No, I can do it. Patience. Talk amongst yourselves. Done it. I've done it. Okay, and what else have we got? We've got the weapon and mech recognition guide. It's like you're going to war, properly going to war. And then you've got the manual. And you've got the discs, of course, a couple of discs. But lovely example of a high... Because it's one of the earliest... It's one of the earliest mech games, come RTS games, there ever was, particularly in the West. I mean, I know the Japanese games focus a lot on mech. You're taking a mech. Is that Scottish? No, that please. Sorry, Genpix, sorry. Moving on. Now, we didn't see Zork Zero, but I did have this on Atari ST this week. Beyond Zork. Now that is a rare game. Beyond Zork. I don't think we've ever had this in stock before. This is the 4th game in the Zork storyline. Yes, it's an adventure game. It's an Infocom adventure, but isn't it beautiful? I'm waiting till I pull this out. Back to the wife. No, pull this out. Oh, and look at, isn't it gorgeous? That's like new. It's like brand new. Considering this is what 1980. It's an early Atari ST game, 86, I think. So we've got the fold-out map. Let's start with the fold-out. We'll start with the map, and then we can. There you go. That is Southland of Quendor. You knew that. You can look it up on Google. It's the Southland of Quendor. And here we've got loads of gumph. We've got a beautiful Beyond Zork instruction manual. This beautiful more Legends of Quendor. A guide with pictures and things, but it's very textured. It's textured and gold and embossed. Master Storytelling. It's another brochure, but more of a booklet. Oh, Lurking Horror, Station Fall, Plundered Hearts. There, I missed a page. Yes, Beyond Zork there. And what's this? Nord and Bert couldn't make head or tail of it. I have never ever seen that game. I have been doing this business for so long. I don't think I've ever seen that. Nord and Bert couldn't make head or tail of it. If you're looking for a fun way to spend an evening alone with or with friends, this game might be the ticket. This light-hearted collection of short stories featuring cliches, spoonerisms, and other verbal witticisms. It doesn't sound like it was many people's cup of tea, which maybe I've never seen it. Yeah, Plundered Hearts, Bureaucracy, that's rare as well. Hollywood Hijinks, Leather Goddesses, Trinity, these are more familiar. Wishbringer, Enchanter, that's an unusual one. I might have seen it once or twice. Zork Trilogy, Enchanter Trilogy, more, yeah, science fiction classics, compilations I think. And yeah, but what a lovely booklet, very nice. We've got a free Quest Busters send-off form, Atari ST additional information sheet, and of course that even bigger order form for you to order stuff directly from Infocom. Yeah, they're starting their own mail order version of their company. Yeah, brilliant. So anyway, what a lovely rare game on Atari ST. I don't know why we've never had that before. It must have sold in tiny numbers. These early adventure games, I guess, yeah, maybe bigger in America than they were in the UK. I don't know. Any more ST? Yeah, a couple. Crazy Cars 3. Yes, the missing one. Crazy Cars 3. Not many people bought this, did they? Not many people wanted any more Crazy Cars games. We've done 2. That's enough, Titus. But no, this is Crazy Cars 3. And it's quite a nice game. It's rare. It comes with a manual and the discs. There's the manual, there's the discs. And it's got a poster. You know, I dig it every week, dig out all the games that come with posters and maps just to do this. It's a poster. It's a Lambo. It's a Lambo. Oh, I always wanted a Lambo. Yeah, it's a Lambo. I'm just checking now. It's going to be a Ferrari and I'm going to be in trouble. Right, moving on. Now, last week, you might remember in this RSD we covered a lot of Psygnosis games. You remember last week there was quite a lot of Psygnosis stuff. There's a couple more. Another one of my favourites. Now, it was really funny actually this week. In response, Sean, our old mate Sean, Retrogames Revived, he said, I'm putting my neck out. I don't like any Psygnosis games. They're all rubbish. And he's got a point, isn't he? They are a bit style over substance. I did argue that maybe Lemmings, come on Lemmings, we all loved Lemmings, didn't we? But he has got a point. He said he doesn't like any of them, not one of them. And I'll be honest, I really hyped up Blood Money last episode, but having a little bit of it's a bit slow compared to your Japanese shooters of the same ilk. But one of the games I did love was this, and that was the Killing Game Show. It's kind of like an arcade platform. Check it out. I really liked it when it came out. I liked the intro, I liked the feel of it, but I've had this argument with you guys before. Do we get a bit sucked in by the lavish packaging and we put that kind of gloss onto the game itself, and maybe the games aren't quite as good? I mean, I showed you Barbarian last week and it's a bit of a joke. It's very slow. Shadow the Beast famously, it's got loads of levels of parallax, but incredibly hard to play and frustrating. What are the other big games on the Psygnosis label? Well, they're hard to come up with and are awesome. I liked it, but I think I really liked the intro, which took up a whole disc.
So as I was having a bit of a rant about this, I thought I would check it out. This is the intro on the Amiga to Awesome. And I can't tell you, I am disappointed. I played this disc over and over again to marvel at these graphics. Yes, I guess in the days of 16-bit computing, they were amazing. And this explosion, I can remember blowing me away, but it's very brief. Not quite the intro I remembered it to be.
And you just watch this ray trace, because watching ray tracing on your old 16-bit computer was like, wow, if only games could be like this. And now games really are. We do have ray trace games on your PCs and stuff, and on PlayStation 5 and stuff like that. So somehow they don't seem as amazing as they did when we looked at the demos of Psygnosis games back then, though, do they? That's the weird thing. Anyway, I'll quickly show this. A lovely example. We've got the Psygnosis box there. My point was, I think Sean's got a point. It was amazing, really, that they kept going for so long. But I mean, it is Wipeout a Psygnosis game originally, wasn't it? The first Wipeout. That's pretty good, isn't it? I know, but he's probably talking about the 16-bit era. But anyway, very nice game. They changed that, isn't it? Sony Liverpool Psygnosis became that. They got bought. I mean, they were so popular, they got bought by Sony in the early PlayStation days. So they couldn't have been rubbish, could they? I mean, you know, they must have had some sales. So they did churn out Carl Lewis game, Bill's Tomato game. There is some Brian the Lion. There is some dodgy games at the end. Carthage, it looked amazing. The box for Carthage. Anyway, but the thing about Psygnosis is they weren't happy just having one label. This always mystified me. They came up with another label. Now you think this game, Spellbound, is on the Cyclops label. I'll show you. Cyclops. That's right, and you can tell instantly. I mean, they're very, very similar, aren't they? They're very. Let's put that side by side. They're very, very similar logo. You couldn't say that's a different company, could you? But you know, you've already got a dodgy name. Psygnosis, Psygnosis. Nobody knows how to say it. It looks weird. You know, it gets triggered by your text. Every time you write it down in text, I get this a lot because I'm writing listings a lot. You know, it's just like red line underneath. What the hell is this word you've made up? And then they release a secondary label. It wasn't a budget label. It was just, I think it was an excuse to make slightly smaller boxes, because Cyclops games generally came in this size box, like the mid-size. So this is the medium-sized box. Whereas all the normal Amiga and Atari ST releases in those big boxes, or the Shadow of the Beast with the T-shirt boxes, massive boxes. So whether they just, we want to make smaller box games, let's make them called under a new name. But actually, if you look at the corner of this Spellbound, it's got the actually Psygnosis logos on there anyway. So I would like to have been in the meeting where the board members of the Psygnosis team, is Ian Hetherington one of those? They were sitting around, what should we do? Let's make a new label. Why? I don't know, let's just do it. I like the name Cyclops. Oh, Cyclops! Okay, it sounds like what happens to people's noses when they do too many drugs, isn't it? Isn't it like, oh, I've had a Cyclops. Or, I don't know. I don't feel well today. I think, oh, I'm going into Cyclops. Stupid. It's stupid. Anyway, Spellbound, an unusual game. We've established it is a Psygnosis game. And how many games are called Spellbound? Because we all know the David Jones Spellbound Magic Knight trilogy game. So then Psygnosis, and they knew about that, but they thought, oh, he's not copyrighted that, we'll just call our game Spellbound as well. Don't do that. Don't just rip off. You're ripping off another classic British developer with another. Come on. I don't know. Weird. Spellbound. Cyclops. Don't get it mixed up. There's Ballistics also on Cyclops. Moving on. Now, what format might I want to talk to you about now? Let's get into the handhelds. Now, last week I showed you a lot of Casio handhelds. It's very exciting. I love playing them. Loads of you guys haven't seen them either before. There's a mystery to me, mystery to you. I've got some more handheld stuff. Let's check these out. Now, I've got a little watch. Now, these are different. These are calculators. A lot of these are calculators. So they come in these little wallets. Now, I'll show you this first one. This is, well, it's not really a game. It's a fortune telling machine. So you'll tell your fortune. There's symbols there. If you look at the rear, it's got the full manual in the back. It is Japanese, but it will give you predictions on health, your gambling ability, your business, your love life on a Casio calculator. Isn't that absolutely groovy? Right, I'm going to whiz through these because they're a bit different, and I just like showing you all the different stuff. But I realise this isn't everyone's bag. What about this? We showed Casio baseball yesterday. What a baseball calculator! So we've got that gameplay, the screen at the top. So I think they invented these for kids in school, because you could pretend to be doing like your maths equations, and then you're playing baseball. Pretty wicked. But yeah, I do like that. I love calculators with games in, watches with games in. What about this one? This is called it's called the MG880. It's got a music game on there, like a name this tune style game, which is not quite so discreet in your maths lesson. It's got the manual in there, little manual. Action-packed multi-function calculator. What does it say? It says, have the game in your hands. Action-packed speed game, 11-note melody maker. There's more than 11 notes. And it's got some musical, just so you can play on the keys. Yeah, so you've got the numbers, yeah, 115566544332221. Brilliant. Yeah, these were simpler times. The thought that you could calculate could play you a tune or play a game was incredible back then. A couple more. What about now? This is nice. We showed you that amazing soccer game already bought straight away, got snapped up. But this is the soccer equivalent on a calculator. Giant screen, all that real estate for game action. It's verging on not being a calculator once you get to this point, once the screen is that big, don't you think? But yeah, what a groovy looking game. So more calculators. Now this one's a bit different. I know this isn't a game. This isn't a game. This is just a calculator. I love the box for this though, because this box is just interesting. The game's interesting. The calculator's interesting too. I mean, I know this is a bit niche. We've sold calculators for a very long time, and I know to a lot of people it's got nothing to do with gaming, but they are little tiny electronic devices. And look at the way the box pops up like its own little display, 3D display, which I just really loved. I'll show you. This is a calculator. It's beautiful condition, it's like new. But look at this, it's got a built-in battery tester. Isn't that neat? And this pops out, and then you put your bottom of the battery there, and you put this on the top, and you get a readout. You get a readout of how dead or alive your battery is. I just think, wow, they don't make things like that anymore, do they? I mean, it's all about reminiscing from days gone by, and some of this stuff is just impossible. Nobody's going to make that. So yeah, nice to see, isn't it? It's nice to see. Back to the games. Okay, back to the games. What about this? This is a calculator. This is in the box though. Beautiful in the box. This is a Casio PG200 Pachinko calculator. Remember we showed you the Pachinko standalone game last week. Got it's beautiful condition. You've got the I should show you the box. Beautiful box. Look at that. 1982, stunning condition. And let's show you the calculator. Again in these little plastic wallets. You'll remember these. And there we have it. Yeah, it's just a simple pachinko game. It's got these some few lines on the screen. You find that with these old. It's not. I've been researching these, and that is a common complaint. Just like lines developing in the middle of the screen. It's not in the actual LCD. The LCD display is fine. It's just in the plastic that they used as the screen covering, like the perspex in the front of the screen. It doesn't affect play at all. It is absolutely fine. But anyway, beautiful game, isn't it? Pachinko, as we discussed last week, a Japanese pastime, a bit like Bagatelle. Do you remember? I'll have a Bagatelle, please. Do you remember? All the jokes are coming back. I can remember them all. They're all logged in there. I can bring back jokes from years ago. I really can. No, not her. Get her off the screen. We're not bringing all of them back. Maria. Now that's for the old timers, that is. If you remember all the Maria Whittaker stuff we did. Oh, those were the days, weren't they? Those were the days. Only had 200 subs. I'm having a nightmare getting this back in the box in a nice way. It's trying to do this on camera. I want to do it really nice. I'm just going to put it on the side. Stop it, Jace. Stop it. Stop talking. Not that one yet. This one now. This one now. This is another similar. This is the MG777. This was quite popular in the UK. A lot of people had these. I'll show you the box again. This is it's a quiz game. It looks like some sort of Sudoku, but it is a puzzle game. Sudoku style puzzle game. Built into a calculator, and again absolutely immaculate in their plastics. Yeah, I mean, look, it's wow, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This one's perfect. This one is like new, aren't they? Gorgeous things, this. And as we discussed last week, Casio, it seems, are possibly the kings of all electronic games. And we'd forgotten the mighty Casio and what legends they were. And of course there is Casio consoles. The Casio PV100 or 1000 comes to mind. I think we've got some games in stock for that. We've had the console in stock a few times. It was the Casio's answer to the Mega Drive. Check it out.
Okay, maybe not Mega Drive. It's definitely an 8-bit console released in 1983. Used a Z80 8-bit processor. More like a ColecoVision rival. Very unsuccessful, sadly only 13 games released. Konami were on board though with Super Cobra and Amidar. Yeah, it's a very obscure console. We haven't had one in stock for a while, but hopefully again soon.
Now, I can't talk about that properly until we get another one in stock, but it's a very fascinating machine. But carrying on with electronic games, what about this? Octi Reversi. Octi Reversi, and you're thinking, oh wow, that's obviously a game of Reversi, or what's the other name for Reversi? It's a big name. It's Othello. He's a lovely Othello. Beautiful. Look, it's got two screens. It's got one screen for the main play area, and that is a touch. This is 1983, and that is a touch-sensitive screen. So you actually place your moves, like your counters, to play Othello, actually onto that screen, and they show on there black and white. Octi Reversi, and I've started the game already, so I can show you. So there you can see two blacks and a white. If I go in that spot, turn it black. And there's a smaller little screen up there for the scores. Now, isn't that just amazing? Come on, you've not seen one of these before. Octi Reversi. Beautiful. 1983. It's got the manual in there. It's got the box. What a lovely thing. If you can get it back in the box in a nice way. Ooh. Now, okay, so we've covered some calculators, calculator games. Look at this. Now, isn't this one of the cutest little boxes you've ever seen before? Ever seen in your life? Have you seen this before? You've never, Dragon Castle, look at that. It looks like a toy that your granddad would have had, and it'd been on his special shelf and he'd never let you touch it. Nothing. Oi, stop it. It's like almost like a box of matches, or an old pack of an old card game. But let me open it up and show you what's inside. Here it is. These are very cute, tiny little, proper pocket games. They have to be unscrewed to put 2 watch batteries inside. So there's, no loss of battery cover to worry about. They don't have battery covers. Okay, Dragon Castle, and I've been so rubbish at these games, I thought I would figure one out before I actually tried it. So here we go. I know what I'm doing. This is a really good game. So you go, here we go. So I go left and pick up the planks, and we make a bridge. You've got to avoid these ghosts. You see that? Yeah, there's a ghost. There's a guy with a fork there. I'm going to avoid him too. Wait for the dragon. Oh, no, still can't get there. I've got to go and rescue the princess. You can see she's in that little castle at the side. Oh, I got hit by the dragon. I'm just a little bit fast. So maybe I didn't go back for the sword. I've got to go back for the sword. So I've got the sword now. I think I meant to attack him on his head. Hang on. I've got to do this. Got the sword. Got him. Oh no! That was going over. Proper pocket-sized games. This one's got the manual as well. And I've got the series. I've got a lot of these. They range from 1985 to 1987, and as such, because they're quite late, not late, but because they're that later side, they are much rarer. These are really, really rare, and they're so compact and cute that they're very collectible in their own right. Here's another one. This is called Squirrel and Raccoon. They've got some quite funny names, some of these. Again, boxed. I'll show you the game. Oh, just such a lovely little thing. Back to the wife again. No, yeah, green buttons. They've all got lots of like monochrome sort of artwork. Squirrel and Raccoon. A lot of detail on the graphics, on the graphic panel. The sort of like colour backgrounds of the games themselves. Had good fun testing these. No issues like no issues like LCD bleed. They may be slightly better quality, being later than some of the early games. There's like a lot less issues with the LCD. Oh, I opened it up. This has got a great name, this one as well. This is called Funny Circus. Yeah, the Funny Circus. It's got a monkey and an elephant. But again, look, it's just such a unique style. Haven't I? It's such a unique style of game. I'll just get this one out. Oh, don't smash it, guys. And there we have it. Funny Circus. Got the manuals there. Beautiful. Funny Circus. And you're thinking, oh, those are great games, Jace. I really wish I had those. Well, you can buy them. Come on. Everything's available on the Retrogames website this week. I have been holding off listing the things showing on the show until the show's gone out. Do you think that's a good thing? Or do you think that's a bad thing? A lot of people are saying they're disappointed. They've see something on the show and it's already gone. I thought, well, if everyone's got a fair chance if I try and hold back the things that I show on the show until after the show. Do you think? Stop saying show, Jace. Okay, now you're going to love these. This is more of the same range. Yes, we have Fire and Rescue. I'll whiz through this. Fire and Rescue, Kangaroo Land. I know what you're thinking. What beautiful collectible things. Cave Adventure. Stop. Oh, you run like that. You might run like that. Jump. You're just basically trying to run away from this guy. Big cave monster. Oh, jump. Oh, I've got something. Some treasure. Jump. Did you get it? I'm just trying to get away from this money man. Oh, jump. You can just walk past it. It's not really fair, is it? Oh, yeah, I'm winning now. Oh, no. Oh, I got too close to the edge. Yeah. And how the heck would you find these to be able to collect them? Exactly. So obscure. Where do they sell them? Dragon's Egg. Hungry Giraffe. I like this one. Bird Family. The Bird Family. I'm not there yet. And there's more. Oh, a lovely koala. He's a lovely koala, that one. Fighting Rabbit. A couple of little marks on the plastic screen on this one, but otherwise it's really nice. Ah, lovely panda. Lovely panda. You've got to try and swat away wasps or bees in this. Whack. 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 Oh, he is lovely, isn't he? Canoe Slalom. Apple Catch. Apple Catch. I want to catch your apples. Hippo Mouth. That's what people call me when I'm yawning. Hippo Mouth. Oh, there's a funny waiter. Funny Waiter. Now this particular game, Funny Waiter, is unusual because it's a sideways version and usually it's the other way up. Check this. Exactly. So I don't know, it's super rare. I can't find another example where it's sideways on like this. Fits in perfectly with the rest of the range. But yep, Funny Waiter. And I think that's all the handhelds out of my box. Yeah, I didn't save them to the end today. What did I save to the end? Well, there's one format that we haven't covered for a little while that you guys get quite excited about. Yeah! Spectrum! We got some Spectrum this week. Quite a bit of Spectrum stuff added to the site. Let's start with this game that we have talked about before, but not for the Spectrum. Carrier Command. I love the music. It comes with an audio cassette. But isn't it incredible that something as convoluted as running an aircraft carrier, and this is such a crazy simulation. It's kind of got arcade feel about it. You control a carrier, you can control the planes on it, the rockets, the missiles, you can control the little boats and stuff, all from the carrier. You're in command of all the vehicles and everything on this carrier, trying to find the other rival carrier and take it out of action. But can you imagine getting a whole game, like such a massive 16-bit game like Carrier Command, onto the humble 48K Spectrum? What a challenge, and they did it. I didn't say they did it well. Look at beautiful box, 128. Actually, I said 48K. It's 128K only. Check there. So we've got the beautiful lavish box, just the same as the 16-bit versions. We've got a little Carrier Command insert. This is Spectrum guide. This is particularly for the Spectrum. And it just says, oh, Carrier Command supports the keyboard. Brilliant. Control modes. Just some extra tips there to try and explain the differences between the 16-bit and the 8-bit version. There's the proper manual, and there is the game and the soundtrack, of course, on cassette, Carrier Command. We don't get it in stock very often on Spectrum. Very nice, beautiful condition, close to 10 out of 10 in my book. What do you reckon? I think it is. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. Moving on. Now what about this? This is an early game on level 9. This is Adventure Quest, and I know you're thinking of adventure games, it's all text based, the early adventures. Yes, they are, but they are highly sought after and highly regarded. And look at the artwork, really. It's kind of feeble, isn't it? It's kind of feeble. And what is he wearing? Is this just some sort of a pelmet? A pelmet that just covers his genitalia. Well, it's not as kilt, is it? Because you can see right up to his waist, and there's no pants. He's got no pants. Is this the kind of stuff that sort of like Viking warrior gods were wearing back then? Maybe it was. It's got some nice. It's got all the gumph in it. It's got the manual. Let me show you. So you've got the proper Adventure Quest manual. Very rare game. This, a very sought after adventure fans. It's got an order form. It's got the tips envelope you can send off for tips. That's like a branded level 9 envelope, and it's got this poster and advertising thing. I'll show you that. So it's like, looks like the cover of Red Moon, which is another level 9 adventure, but it's not that. And there's on the other side, on the reverse, you can see it advertises all the other games. Emerald Isle, Lords of Time, Return to Eden, Colossal Adventure. Beautiful. It's a lovely thing, isn't it? It's a lovely thing. It's nice. We don't get these early original Spectrum adventure games in very often, unfortunately. I shall put that back properly in my leisure. Moving on. Now this is a classic that a lot of you will have played. You know what it is. It's Lords of Midnight. Lords of Midnight, written by Mike Singleton. Kind of the Spectrum's answer to a role-playing game. It felt like a role-playing game, like loads of locations, loads of screens, like a proper, it's kind of a strategy adventure really. But yeah, this is actually a nice one. They're always torn, always ropey. You've got the map on the back of the box, the Land of Midnight. Nice spines too. Let's pull it open, and there we have a lovely, gorgeous, glossy manual. Such a classic game. And the keyboard overlay. Yes, this goes directly over the Spectrum keyboard and gives you guidance on the controls, and there's the tape. But yes, we don't get that game in a nice... We often get them very ropey and worn out, but that is a really nice example, and I thought it's got to come on the show. Now, a couple more in the box, don't worry, it's a few more yet. What about this? This is Navy Seals, and I thought, I don't remember seeing what Navy Seals is like on the Spectrum. Check it out. Yes, one of those later games. Ocean did put the quality into the Spectrum for a bit, didn't they? And it is a very, very sweet game. And then we have the manual and the cassette. And of course, very importantly, it's got the Ocean bag. We've got to have the Ocean baggie. The ocean bag. Got a few spares of these. You think they're worth listing on the site? Do you think someone's looking for their missing ocean bag and actually they would pay? How much are they going to pay? How much do you think? What should we say? How much are you going to pay for an ocean bag? Is it, if it's only £1, it's not worth listing it really, is it? I might as well just keep it in the spares. I know you said £1, I heard it. Moving on. Now here's a rare game on the Spectrum. Robocop 2. Now Robocop 1, famous for being number 1 in the ZX Spectrum charts for over a year. Robocop 2 did not do as well. It did all right, but it is one of the harder to find games on the Spectrum, which seems odd, doesn't it, when the original game was so big. Now the reason I've picked this one particular, got the ocean bag there, got the ocean bag, you got the cassette, got the cassette there, we've got the manual, but what I'm hiding carefully from you is this. Yes! We got the sticker! What? Yes, that is the proper Jack Sput window sticker. Peel that off. Still, stick it on a lunchbox. Stick it on your pencil case. Stick it on your car window. Nobody's ever going to peel that sticker. It makes such a difference to this rarity of this game. You just never see it. I mean, the original Robocop had a hologram kind of Robocop here, don't enter in a lot of, not all of them, but in some of those games. Robocop 2, the sticker. What? The sticker? Yeah, amazing. And I'm going to finish the show on something else which you'll think, that's boring, Jace, but you won't. Not when you realise it is Turtles, and it is, yes, Ninja Turtles on the Spectrum. Quick, check it out.
Despite what you're thinking, Turtles on the Spectrum is surprisingly good. Made up of multiple stages, little bonus events. You wander between different areas to take on new challenges. This is just the wandering about bit. It does look a bit pathetic, I know. But then look, it's a proper decent attempt at a colourful platform game. Yes, they haven't just gone like the Ocean games I just showed you, where you've got a monochrome main character. They've actually used the colour. Who cares? They've avoided the colour clash. It's multiple. I think it's an impressive game, isn't it?
Yes, classic Imageworks Ninja Turtles on the Spectrum. Now you might have noticed that every time you get a copy of this, and you've probably seen this game around, it's not particularly rare, but it has this sticker on the front. It includes all this stuff. Well, let me break it to you boys and ladies. This game includes everything. I don't remember that we've ever had one that includes everything. And I'm going to tip it upside down like a sandcastle, and I'm going to reveal what's inside. Okay, we have the cassette. That is easy to understand. We have, didn't even come out. Bear with me. I'm fiddling with my box. It has the green bag. Now this bag is turtle green. This kept all the contents nice. Okay, that is a proper insert. We had the manual. You're thinking this is standard, Jace? Yeah, it is at the moment. You've got some codes in there because you do need codes to start the game. They're in the centre page. Beautiful condition. Now we get to the freebies. Now first off, we have the postcard. Now, this is the easiest to find of all the Ninja Turtles freebies. It is just a postcard of the cover of the game, but it's not been written on. Nobody's ever, we've talked about postcards lots of times, nobody's ever going to use that to write to their nan. But let me look at this, is the addendum. Yeah, the addendum. Maybe a bit over it. Yeah, due to improvements, enhancements in the versions of this game, there may be some slight discrepancies in the manual. But that is not often there. I know, boring. The warranty card. I know, you can barely contain your excitement, and it's totally justified, Who would have thought it? That is the official warranty, often not in there. Now let's get to the good stuff. Let's talk about, calm down Jace, calm down. The stickers are there. Yes, proper Ninja Turtle stickers. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Panini Ninja Turtle stickers. There, look at them. One's a shiny. I know that means a lot in the Pokemon world. There's some proper unused Ninja Turtle stickers. Now you're warming up, baby. I know, but what about this? Oh my God, it's the tattoos! I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. It's got the tattoos unused. These are the sort of tattoos you rub on your arm, you stick them on your arm, you stick them on your face. Let's be honest, people have tattoos on their faces these days. I can't believe it. Very, very, very rarely you ever see the tattoos. Amazing. Proper. I mean, you have to imagine what they're like, because you lift the sheet off and then you use it to rub off, so you can't actually see them very well. But that is the Ninja Turtles tattoos, and of course, the big finale is the enamel badge. The enamel badge. There it is. There he is. That is a proper the Turtles enamel badge. That concludes the entire set of freebies from the ZX Spectrum version of Ninja Turtles. I know, I can barely bring myself. I've got a lump in my throat. I can't say much more because I've got a lump in my throat. No, you collectors will know. This is it's a very good game. Everyone wants a Turtles game in their collection, but rare. Those inserts are rare. Everyone just took everything out and lost it. So yeah, especially the badge. The badge is really rare. The tattoos are so just lovely to have a complete one. It did come out Amstrad and Commodore 64 in that set as well. But yeah, this is the first time if ever, that I can remember we've had the whole lot. Rare, much rarer than the Ghostbusters 2 balloon, if you're thinking about it. And what a fantastic game to end the show on. Thank you for watching for another week. I do hope the next week brings you lots of fun and joy, and I hope we manage to get more stuff on the site. And I'll see you next Friday. Until then, happy retro gaming, retro gamers!
Retrogames says thank you for watching. Retrogames says thank you for watching.
Now there's instructions on the back of these tattoos. It tells you how to put them on. It's a lot of fun. Wet back thoroughly with a sponge or cloth, and how to remove them with alcohol. But there's a piece of advice we can all take. For a more reliable look, wash lightly with soap and water. Oh, I might try that.